Konnichiwa minasan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel. This is the series called Elementary Japanese, a crash course for JLPT N5 N4. This is the 21st lecture of this series, and as you know, we are following the Japanese textbook for beginners, Elementary Japanese Volume 1, written by Yoko Hasegawa in this series. And we are currently at lesson 4 of that book, which is Weekend Plans. Today is the eighth and the last part of lesson 4, in which we are going to learn 12 new kanji characters, and we will review the content of this lesson and some vocabulary. So the kanjis, review and vocabulary all belong to lesson 4, which we have already learned in different sections of this lesson. So let's begin today's lecture. So this is the content of lesson 4, and as you can see, we are at the very end of this lesson today, in which we are going to learn new kanji, the days of the week, review and vocabulary. So in this video we will complete lesson 4. These are the new kanji characters which we are going to learn today. As you can see, these are various words that are formed using one or more kanjis and one or more kanji appended with some hiragana characters. So the first one, let me initiate the pointer. The first one is Ji, which means hour or time. Then we have Nani or Nan, which means what. Then we have Nanika, which means something. Then we have nanimo, which means anything, but it is used in the negative sense, so it becomes nothing. Then we have nihon, means Japan. Han means half past. Then we have the suffix called fun or pun, which means minutes. We have nichiyobi, which means Sunday. Getsuyobi, Monday. Kayobi, Tuesday. Suyobi, Wednesday. Mokuyobi, Thursday. Kingyobi, Friday. Doyobi, Saturday. Nanji means what time. Nanpun means uh, what what minute, which minute. And Nanyobi means which day. So we will discuss each of these in detail, the stroke orders and some tidbits around each of these kanji characters. So we begin with the days of the week. Japanese names for the days of the week are based on the ancient Chinese calendar, whose idea originated in Mesopotamian astrology. In addition to the sun and moon, they include the five basic elements: fire, water, wood, metal, and earth. So in the Indian system or in any other system, the 7 days of the week are based on the seven celestial bodies of the sky. But in Japanese system, like the Chinese and the Mesopotamian astrology, they use the elements of nature, the five elements of nature, along with the sun and the moon as the celestial bodies. So the first one, as you can see here, this symbol, it denotes sun or day. And the readings may be ni, nichi, he, or be. So how to write this character? So when we write any kanji character, we have to follow the fixed or the guidelines surrounding how to write that character. That means the stroke order becomes extremely important. Unless we follow the recommended stroke order, the shape of the character will never be the one which is expected. So to write this character, first, this is the first stroke vertically down, then this is the second stroke, this is the third stroke, and this is the fourth stroke. So in 4 strokes, we will be writing sun. So then the second character is hon, which means origin or root. It also means book. So this is the first stroke. As you can see, it looks like a tree, and since this is origin, so that's why this is the ground level and this is the root. So this is origin or root. First stroke, second stroke, third stroke, fourth stroke, and fifth stroke. In 5 strokes, this hon will be written. So now you see this is ni, this is hon. So combining these two becomes Nihon, which means Japan. So why Japan? Because ni means sun, hon means origin. Sun origin, that means the land of rising sun. And we very well know that Japan being in the far east, it is considered to be the land of rising sun. That means it's the sun rises first in Japan for any particular day. So this is Nihon, and similarly we have Nichiyobi. Nichiyobi means Sunday. So this character of sun means sun, and this character indicates day. So since this character can indicate both sun and day, so in Sunday we see this repetition, but the readings are different. So here the reading is Nichi, and here the reading is B. So Nichi and B, but the character is the same. So this is a very interesting fact about kanji characters, that the same character may have multiple readings. Even there can be more than 10 readings of one kanji character. So here we see Nichi Yobi. And another interesting thing is that in this yo part, again there is a small sun made. So we will look into this character later in this video. But for now, you can imagine that three times the symbol for sun has been used here, but each with a different meaning. Nichi yo bi. Then we have this character which means what, and the readings are nani and nan. How to write this character? This is the first stroke, this is the second stroke, this is the third stroke, fourth stroke, fifth stroke, and sixth stroke. And this is the seven stroke. So in seven strokes, this character can be built. So this is a very, very basic character, and in uh, the beginners in N5, they learn this character, which means what. So this character is read as Nani when it stands by itself. That is, if it is independent, then it will be called Nani, or it may also appear along with Ka and Mo, in which we will say Nanika and Nanimo. Nanika is something, Nanimo is anything, but since it is used with a negative verb, so it becomes nothing. When the following particle is ni or de, that means if it is nani de or nan de, both readings of nani and nan are possible. So it can be nani de or nan de, it can be nanini or nanni. But when it is combined with another word, it is always almost read as nan. For example, nanji, nanfun, nanyobi. So this is the difference. Like this is how nani and nan will be when it will be called nani and when it will be called nan. So before we go into the next slide, this is for sun or day. This is for tree. This is for root or hon, root or book, that is origin or book, and this is for what. Next is G. So the reading of this character is G, which means time, or it may also mean hour, nth hour. So this is sometimes we call nanji. That means what time. Nanji deska means what time it is or what hour. So many nanji are made of combinations of simpler nanji, and each nanji represents a group of ideas rather than the pronunciation of a word. So this character appears in words related to the notion of time. So it's not that it's only used to represent the hour or the time, but it can be used in connection with any expression that relates to time. For it to contain sun is reasonable because ancient people conceived time according to the movement of the sun. So what it means is that you can see the symbol of sun here. So that means this symbol somehow is related to sun, and that's why it gives the meaning of time, because as they call it, that ancient people conceive time according to the movement of the sun by looking at the shadows and so on. So now how to draw this character. So this is the first vertical stroke, second stroke, third stroke, fourth stroke. So in four strokes we first form the sun, and then this plus sign, fifth stroke, sixth stroke, seventh stroke, eighth stroke, 9 stroke, and 10 stroke. So total 10 strokes, and we get this character which whose reading is G. Nanji desu ka? That means what time it is or what hour is it is. Next is fun or pun. So as you know, this is used to represent minutes. So this is ippun. If it is 1 minute, this is we call it ippun, 1 minute. And then we have nifun, that means 2 minutes, and so on. So we have learnt in this lesson before how the reading changes, how there are exceptions, and what are the rules to read this character. So if you do not know, then please go back to the previous videos of this series and you will find detailed explanation for each item. So how to draw it? This is the first stroke, this is the second stroke, third stroke, and fourth stroke. In 4 strokes, this symbol will be written. Another symbol related to time is han. Han. So han means half, or this half is in context of time. That means half past. If we want to say half past 2, then we will write niji han. So first stroke, second stroke, third stroke, fourth stroke, and fifth stroke. So very simple, this character. And as you can see, since this is dividing this centrally, so this is basically represents half. Then we have yo, like in Nichi Yobi, Getsu Yobi, the middle part, the yo part is represented by this kanji. So it looks extremely complicated, but it is not actually. It might take a while to write it down, but if you look at it step by step, then it is very easy. It begins with the sun. So first draw the sun in 4 strokes up to here. Then the first like this, fifth stroke, sixth stroke, seventh stroke. So one mirror image of E kind of symbol, and similarly another mirror image of E kind of symbol. So we arrive at here. Then the third and the final part, this stroke, then this, then this, then this horizontal, then this vertical. Then we draw this second horizontal and the third horizontal, and then the final one. So although this kanji is rarely used other than in days of the week, it represents all celestial objects, the sun, the moon, and stars. Like this, it contains sun. So you can see here sun, moon, and this is part of the star, which is called I'm not able to recall what is stars in Japanese. I just forgot, so I will check and tell you. So it's uh, Hashi or something. I can't recall. So sorry about that. So this is basically, this kanji is used nowadays only to represent the days of the week. So as you can see in the previous slide, for example, this one, Suyobi. So yo, the middle part. So this is used to represent the days of the week, and it also has it ends with the day. So together yo and b represents the days of the week, and this represents this particular specific day of the week. So this is the reading called yo. Then we have the 7 days of the week, the remaining 6 days. The Sunday we already saw, Nichiyobi. So this is this is Nichiyobi. This is Nichi, then Yo, and then again going back here, it is B. So Nichiyobi. So then we continue with Getsu Yobi. So this is the symbol for Getsu, which means moon. That means Getsu Yobi means Monday, the day of the moon. So this is the stroke order for moon. First stroke, second stroke, third stroke, fourth stroke, and fifth stroke. First stroke, second stroke, third stroke, and fourth stroke. In four strokes, we can make getsu and getsu yobi. Then next is ka, which means fire. This is the other element. So first stroke, second stroke, third stroke, fourth stroke. So again in four strokes we can write fire, and when added with the yobi, so it becomes the Tuesday, which is the day of fire. Kayobi. Next is sui. Sui means water. This is the first stroke, second stroke, third stroke, and fourth stroke. Suyobi means Wednesday, the day of water. Next is moku, which means tree. Another reading is ki. So first stroke, second stroke, third stroke, fourth stroke. Very easy. And it means wood or tree. And when added with yobi, it becomes Thursday, the day of the wood. King. King means metal or gold. So this is the first stroke, second stroke, third stroke, fourth stroke, fifth stroke, sixth stroke, seventh stroke, and eighth stroke. This is also very easy to draw. King yobi or some precious metal or gold. And when added with yobi, king yobi means Friday, the day of metal. And finally, do, which means earth. Doyobi is Saturday, the day of the earth. So first stroke, second stroke, and third stroke. In three strokes, you can write do. So these are the seven symbols which represents the 7 days of the week when prefixed in front of yobi, which means day. So now those were the kanji characters which we learned. So you should practice them on paper according to the stroke order that I just mentioned, and you can learn them. So next is, you can see here, review. So what is written? Kanji no fuku shu. Fukushu. Fukushu means review. So kanji no fukushu means review of kanji. And the question is yomimasho. That means let us read. So there are 5 sentences. We have to read them, and each of these sentences have several kanji characters in them. And which kanji characters? Which we just learned. So let's read number 1. Try to read what is written here. So it's written Nihongo no kurasu wa. Just remember, this is kanji, this is hiragana, and this is katakana. So see, all the three scripts are used in writing this Japanese sentence. Nihongo no kurasu wa getsuyobi kara kinyobi made desu. So what does that mean? The Japanese class is from Monday to Friday. Nihongo no kurasu wa getsuyobi kara kinyobi made desu. Next is Mira-san wa shumatsu nani o shimasu ka? Nani o shimasu ka? That means, Mr. Miller, what are you going to do this weekend? Shumatsu means weekend. Nani o shimasu ka? Shimasu ka means what are you going to do? Number 3. Try to read number 3 now. I will give you some time. Just try to read. Okay, so this is watashi wa suyobi ni, suyobi ni 2時から4時15分までテニスをします。私は水曜日に2時から4時15分までテニスをします。That means I will play tennis from 2 p.m. to 4:15 p.m. on Wednesday, Suyobi. So this is the meaning. Number 4 is Yobin Kyoku wa 8時半から5時までです。That means the post office is from 8:30 to 5 o'clock. Yobin Kyokyu means post office. Hachiji Han, that means half past 8. So the post office is from half past 8 till 5 o'clock. And the last one is, try to read, this is very easy. Nichiyobi ni, Nichiyobi ni means Sunday. Yosemite e ikimasu. So on Sunday I will go to Yosemite. So Yosemite is a place in California which is a national park. So Yosemite National Park. So in this way you can frame more sentences and practice so that your fluency keeps increasing. So this was the review of what we have learned in this chapter along with the kanji. So now we have come to the last part of this lesson 4, which is vocabulary. So let's review or recap the vocabulary that we have learned. So what it is written? Atarashi goi. Atarashi goi. Atarashi means new. This is an adjective, atarashi, which means new, and goi means vocabulary or words. Shimas means that the word is a verbal noun. So first one is xg, that means x o'clock. Then we have xpun or xpun, that means x minutes. Then we have aimas, which is a verb which means to meet. Then we have asa gohang. Asa gohang means breakfast. Gohang means meal and asa means morning. So asa gohang means breakfast. Ashta, tomorrow. Then we have aruite, which means on foot. Aruite. Then we have ikimas, means to go. Itsu, which means when. Ima means now. Then we have undo shimas, that means exercise. So as you can see here, it's written shimas in bracket means that the word is a verbal noun. Undo shimas, that means to do exercise. Eiga, movie. Eki, station. Then ocha, tea. Kaimono shimas, shopping. Then we have kaerimas, to go home. Kakimas, to write. Cafeteria, cafeteria. Then we have kaiobi, Tuesday. Kimas, to come. Kyo, today. Kingyobi, Friday. Getsuyobi, Monday. Kohi, coffee. Kora, cola. Then we have korekara, from now on. Gogo, PM or afternoon. Gozen, AM or morning. Gohan, cooked rice or a meal in general. Kopi, shimas, copy. Jitensha, bicycle. Shimas, to do. This is a verb, shimas, which means to do. Jimmu, gymnasium. Shumatsu, weekend. Shukudai, homework. Suyobi, Wednesday. Then we have supa, supermarket. Osushi, sushi. Soshite, and then. Sorekara, after that. Then we have downtown, downtown. Tabemas, to eat. Tennis, tennis. Depato, departmental store. Demo, but or however. Terebi, TV. Densha, train. Tomodachi, friend. Doyobi, Saturday. Nichiyobi, Sunday. Nihonmachi, Japantown. Nomimas, to drink. Ohashi, chopsticks. Bus, Han, half or half past. Bangohang, dinner or supper. Beer, beer, beer. Hikoki, airplane. Hirugohang, lunch. Uran, plan. Benkyo shimasu, study. Machi, town or city. Mimas, to see or to watch. Mokuyobi, Thursday. Yomimas, to read. Rei, example. And some mostly proper nouns. This is namae. So Kimu, Kim, Jones, Jones. Shinkansen is the Japanese bullet train, and Rauru, Raul. So, friends, with that, we come to the end of this chapter 4 of Professor Yoko Hasegawa's book, Elementary Japanese Volume 1. Today, we completed the kanji and review and vocabulary, the final part of this lesson 4. So, from the next video onwards, we will start lesson 5 and see what all things are there in lesson 5 and what new we can learn from that lesson. So, I hope this series is useful for you if you are looking for JLPT N5 or N4 certification in near future. So I understand this series is little fast paced. So if you are able to pick up, then it is well and good. If not, then uh, you can check out the other series that we have on this channel, which is called Japanese Lessons for Beginners, which is a slow paced version and that is in much more detail. So Japanese Lessons for Beginners is a playlist and this playlist is elementary Japanese. So both are for different purposes. So if you are a slow learner and want to learn in detail, then you can visit that playlist and start from lesson 1. So if you have any questions or doubts in your mind regarding today's lesson, then do post your queries in the comment section, or alternatively you can send me an email at saraljapani@gmail.com. Till we meet again in the next video of this channel. Mata imasho, arigato gozaimasu.